Welcome to Guarded, a podcast to help you stay alert during these times. I'm your host, T.A. Bryant, and today I want to read Philippians 2, beginning at verse 5. And it reads, "Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus, who being in the form of God, thought it not robbery to be equal with God, but made himself of no reputation, and took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross." So I want to go back up to verse 7. But made himself of no reputation. Selah. Think about it. Pause. But made himself of no reputation. He thought it not robbery to be equal with God, although he could have. But instead, he made himself of no reputation and took upon him the form of a servant. In a world, in a kingdom where most people are trying to gain reputation, trying to gain status, trying to gain a place, Jesus made himself of no reputation. Whew. What a hard challenge for those who are trying to make a name for themselves, trying to create a reputation for themselves. I'm guilty. I am guilty of trying to make a reputation when the one that I follow, the one that I serve, made himself of no reputation and became a servant. And it says here that he took upon him the form of a servant and was made in the likeness of man, which means that men did not have the same or were not on the same level as God. Okay? So Jesus came as God in flesh to become equal with man and unequal with God, so that he can show man what it means to serve and have no reputation and put ourselves under God. Even if we have a reputation, even if we have status, put ourselves or make ourselves of no reputation and begin to form the hierarchy that God is above me. And in this case, Jesus is above me. So I have no reputation. My reputation is coincided in him. Just as Jesus said, I and my Father are one. It says here in verse 5, let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. So that is assumed that I and Jesus become one. And I'm not creating my own reputation. But I've bowed myself down in a hierarchy and submitted myself to become a servant of Jesus Christ. Wow. Made himself of no reputation. Can you relinquish your name for his name? Can you lay down what you've built for yourself by your name and take up his name? Christ did it. He did it. Can you lay down working and toiling and trying to build an empire, trying to build a reputation where everybody knows you, everybody knows what you can do, everybody knows who you are, everybody knows, what you stand for? Can you bow down? All of that. And instead of it being you, it becomes Christ. Jesus let them know. He lets them know. I and my Father are one. I do nothing apart from my Father. Whatever he tells me to do, I do it. I don't do nothing. I'm submitted to him. I respect him. I love him. I place myself under him. Can you do it? Can I do it? Can we submit ourselves under the mighty hand of God? Oh, oh. Can we take up our cross? Because remember, the first disciples, they had to leave a lot of things, lay it all down, lay down their name, lay down their business, lay down their families to pick up Christ. In a sense, they became nothing and he became everything. They became servants and he was the one that they served. They had no reputation. He had reputation. Can you do that in this time to exemplify humility, true humility unto the one that you serve? As the Spirit revealed to me today, and so I reveal to you. Acting humble is a performance, but being humble is a lifestyle. Yes, we know how to have the face of humility, the gestures of humility, the position of humility, the words to say to act humble. But that's different than being humble. Can you demonstrate no reputation for his reputation? Can you do it? Will you do it? Will you join me in laying down your life for and picking up his life? Will you join me in losing your life so that you can find it in him? Today's the day where true humility begins to be made of no reputation, as did Christ. Can you do it? Will you do it? Selah.